Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at the Mezco 1/12 Collective Batman Supreme Knight, and this is the PX Previews exclusive. This is a blue version of Batman. All the PX exclusive versions I've gotten come in this metal tin. It's a very sharp package. As you can see, it's all yellow and has the bat symbol in the middle. Very iconic Batman colors. So let's go and check out the packaging here. As you can see, Batman Supreme Knight, PX Previews exclusive, the bat symbol, MezcoToys.com, 1/12 Collective, Pose, Play, Display from DC Comics. At the top here, it says Batman Supreme Knight. One side, 1/12 Collective. Other side, MezcoToys.com. At the bottom, Batman Supreme Knight. And then the back, here's the figure, got some different heads, a whole bunch of accessories, and here he is in some various action poses. There is also a barcode, if that happens to help anybody. So with no further ado, let's open them up and see how we got to this point. And I did get two of these figures, one of which to open and enjoy, and one of which to keep in my complete 6 and 7 inch unopened Batman-related action figure collection. So here's the packaging with the plastic wrap still attached, and then with the plastic wrap removed. And then here we are, cracking open the PX exclusive tin. Here's the figure and the clamshell out of the tin. And here's the top layer removed, exposing the figure and most of his accessories. And then with the next layer removed, now we can see the stand, the cape, and his baggie. And then, with the next layer removed, exposing the last accessories. And my whole point of that was to show you just how elaborate Mezco's packaging is. We've got 5 different layers here. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. He does come with a baggie for all the accessories, his display stand, it's a flight stand. He comes with an equalizer, a grapple gun with 3 different attachments, a carabin. He has 11 alternate hands, totaling 13 interchangeable hands. He has 10 smaller Batarangs, a group of the smaller Batarangs together, a large Batarang, 2 alternate heads, totaling 3 heads, and an alternate cape. But before we look at his accessories, let's check out the actual figure. So here he is, the PX exclusive Blue Supreme Knight Batman. He does look considerably different than the promo pictures from way back when, and I must say, I think he looks better. The blue color looks excellent on him. I am really liking how that looks. It came out very nicely. His cowl's all these lines on it, looking great. Kind of a traditional bat symbol here. The blue and gray suit, utility belt, looking fantastic. You can see the different texturing on his suit, the different parts. Looks very sharp there. Got a place to attach his grapple launcher on his belt. And then here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start with the boring stuff. As always, this Mezco figure comes with this 1/12 Collective baggie. It's a Ziploc bag to keep all your accessories, and he comes with so much stuff, it's nice to have a place to put it. Now let's look at his display stand. It's made with the traditional Batman colors of yellow and black. Here it is, disassembled. Here it is, fully assembled. This is a flight stand. It can hold your figure in midair. At the bottom here, it can rotate, hinged as well, hinged in the middle, hinged near the top, and it can rotate, and then there's a clamp to hold your figure. Now let's check out his hands. He has 11 of them, 6 right and 5 left. He has 1 more right hand than left hand, and that one is a trigger finger hand. That's probably going to be used to hold his equalizer or grapnel. Here are his fists. His next pair of hands are kind of open. They can be relaxed at his side. He can be leaning down touching something, typing at the computer. A lot of different uses for these hands. And his next pair of hands are semi-open. I wouldn't call them gripping hands. They could maybe hold something kind of large. He could also probably support the barrel of his equalizer with one of the hands. And his next pair of hands, these are some gripping hands with a very small grip. They're probably intended for his smaller Batarangs. And his final pair of hands, these are probably my hands of choice. These are his standard gripping hands. Now let's look at his heads. He has 3 of them. On the left is a pretty standard Batman head. On the middle, what I'm getting out of that expression is his teeth are exposed. He's sort of smiling like he's enjoying hurting a criminal. And then on the right, we've got his unmasked Bruce Wayne head. This is an older Bruce Wayne. He has gray hair. This Supreme Knight Batman figure is part of Mezco's Batman trilogy. Ascending Knight was a younger Batman. Sovereign Knight was sort of a middle Batman. And then the Supreme Knight is an older, grizzled Batman. Here he is with his standard Batman head. I must say, it looks great. I love the blue. I love all the little details in his brow and the side of the cowl, etc. It just is very sharp. Now let me show you how the head works. You can remove the head, and that's really nothing new there. But you can also remove the neck. It has a very strong magnet under here, and that will allow you to remove the cape. Here's his next head. At first, I thought they just did a bad job making an angry Batman. He's sort of grinning and smiling here. But I think what's really happening is he's getting some sick pleasure out of causing pain to some lowlife. And here's his unmasked Bruce Wayne head. This also looks great. The sculpting and paint detail are on point. I mean, look at the paint job and the texture on his hair, the wrinkles in his brow. Very nice. Now let's check out his equalizer. Not really sure what an equalizer is. I'm assuming it has some sort of sonic disruption or something. Sculpting detail's excellent. It's got some black, some silver, some gold. Nice bat gadget for the armory. Here he is, holding his equalizer. Here's his karambit. This is a ninja blade. Very nice detail, some scratching on it. And probably the coolest part of this thing is it can disassemble and fold. And it'd be nice if that could attach to his belt. But either way, it's cool to have a gadget that can break down like that. Then, here he is holding his karambit. Now let's look at his grapple gun. This also has a lot of nice detail on it. It has the same gold, silver, and black paint scheme. First of all, he can holster this thing onto the back of his belt. Fits in very securely, and his hand can reach back and grab it. Here he is, holding his grapnel. And here it is with the first attachment. And here it is with the second attachment, about to launch. And here it is with the third attachment. It's got the line out. Take this thing, sort of stretch it out. Looks really good. Really cool to have some different options there. Now let's look at his smaller Batarangs. He comes with a whopping 10. Very impressive. Here he is, holding one of the Batarangs. He can also hold a few Batarangs at the same time, between his fingers. He also comes with this bundle of 3 small Batarangs. And here he is, holding those. Now let's look at his larger Batarang. This thing has some pretty nice sculpting detail on it, and it continues with the black and gold color scheme. Then, holding the larger Batarang. Now let's check out his cape. He has 2 of them. This is his first cape. No wire or anything in this one. I absolutely love the way the blue looks. Sort of shiny, sort of metallic. The way the light hits it, it's different. It looks very nice. Sort of fold it over, get it inside. You could extend it, put it in front of him. A lot of different options here. Inside is gray, flows very nicely, looks good, and it stretches out quite a bit. And here he is with his alternate cape. This one has 5 bendy wires in it, and is one of the nicest action figure capes out there. Looks the same color scheme, same excellent effect. But like I said, it's got these bendy wires. You can get it to take pretty much any shape you want, giving you a lot of different display options. Inside is gray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bendy wires in this thing. Here's his cape completely outstretched. You don't have to use his hands or anything to support it. The wires are very strong. Looks excellent. You can use his flight stand, have his cape extended, and have him gliding down. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, sitting at about 6.5 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 16.5 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the ears, about 6.8 inches tall. Now let's check out his articulation. Start with his head here. It can rotate from side to side. He can look down about that far, up about that much. He can also tilt from side to side. Shoulders on a ball joint. Then go out a little bit more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. There's a bicep cut below that. Believe it to be single jointed elbows. I can't get him to go back any further than that. A little bit of rotation at the glove here. Then his wrists can rotate around, and it's going to be hinged as well. He's got sort of ball joint his torso up here, can rotate around, can also go forward and back. I believe he's got another one down below, can rotate, can also go forward and back. A lot more down there. Legs on ball joints, they go about this far. Forward, about that much, and back, about like that. Rotation at the thigh. Looks like double jointed knees, they go back about that far. He's got cut at the boot there. His ankles can rotate, they can go up and down. They can tilt a rock, but just a little bit. And with his articulation, he can easily sit in a chair at the back computer. Here he is, perched on top of a gargoyle in my Gotham City. And here he is, doing some research in the Batcave. Then, getting into the Batmobile. Here's this Batman on top of a rooftop in my Gotham City. Here he is, taking on the recently released Mezco KG Beast in an abandoned building. Now let's check him out, compared with some other action figures, starting off with some other Mezco figures. Here he is, with the other variations of the Supreme Knight Batman. On the left, we've got the standard gray and black release. In the middle, the blue and gray PS exclusive release. And on the right, the black Shadow Supreme release. Here are the blue and gray PX exclusive variations of the Ascending Knight Batman on the left, the Supreme Knight Batman in the center, and the Ascending Knight Batman on the right. Here he is, next to all the different Batman Mezco figures that I have. And here he is, next to my entire Mezco collection. The only one I'm really kind of salty about missing is the Deluxe Joker. And here's a slightly more aerial view of the entire collection. Now let's check him out, compared with some action figures from different various companies, to see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. I'll start my comparisons with the larger action figures I collect and work my way smaller, and I'll include as many Batman figures as I can in the comparisons. Here he is, next to some DST or Diamond Select toys. And here he is, with some McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures. Then, with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles Batman figures. And now, with some NECA Batman figures. And here, with some Mattel wrestling figures. Then, with some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here, with some Mafex Batman figures. Then, next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is, with some SH Figure Arts Batman figures. And finally, here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, this figure is great. I absolutely love the color scheme. The gray, the gold, and the blue is just absolutely fantastic. The way the light hits it, I love his blue coloring. This is definitely my favorite of the PS exclusives, and this might be my favorite Batman between all the different Ascending, Sovereign, and Supreme Knight variations, and that's a pretty big statement. This guy's articulation is pretty good. Could be a little better in the elbows. His accessories are fantastic. If I were to rate this guy, I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10, but I'm almost about to give him a 9 out of 10. I am just enjoying this guy quite a bit. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.